welcome back to the motherfucking Quinice show. I'm Quinice. Your girl is back with another motherfucking video. In this video, y'all, I want to talk about the school district. Coming from Iowa school district to Arizona school district, and as well as elaborate a little bit on like what my kids went through as far as like the virtual to go in person and shit like that. So if you're new here, welcome. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe, and let's keep taking it up from here, because bitch, we've been pushing that shit out. We've been doing our shit. We've been doing that shit, y'all. We really been doing it. So without further ado, let's get into the motherfucking video. So with coming from the school district from Iowa and seeing Arizona school district, bitch, I'm applaud. A lot of people don't like the Arizona school district, but bitch, coming from Iowa, bitch, I love the Arizona school district. Don't get me wrong, Iowa, they did what they had, what they had to do, as far as like getting my kids on track and shit like that. But Arizona, I applaud you bitches, because y'all doing the damn thing. So let me go into that. Iowa school district, comparing the two. Iowa school district, I feel like they keep your kids, they go off of wherever their level is at, right? So if their level's at like a 3rd, 4th, 5th grade level, and they're like in, let's for instance, 8th grade or whatever like that, they try to build off of that and then go up. Arizona, they don't do that shit. If you have an 8th grader, your kid's gonna learn 8th grade shit. They're just gonna modify the fucking work, which I love. Both my boys have IEPs for different reasons, and I'm okay with that, because my kids are struggling. I want to make sure I have everything put in force to make sure that they're succeeding in school and they're not left behind or they don't understand something. So with them having IEPs coming into the Arizona school district, they had to retest, which I knew it was probably going to happen because we're in different states, right? So when they wasn't happy about that, but the retesting process really was easy for them. Arizona pretty much made their curriculum to fit the IEP that they, when they did retest, they made the IEP fit their curriculum instead of Iowa's curriculum, which I understand because we're in a new school district. I love Arizona because they're infamous about having your kids still have to do the grade work that they're in, but they just modify the work. Iowa, in a sense, like I said before, would have you at, if your son is a 6th grader or 7th grader or whatever, and they're at a 3rd or 4th grade level learning, they would keep them there and then build up off that. The one thing about Arizona is, like I said, they start right at the 8th grade, the level, and just push on from there. It's good and bad. It's good because they're learning the material they need to do, but it's bad if you're coming from another state like I was and your kids are completely lost because they're learning shit that they never even fucking thought that they was learning in the old school district. So I wish that Iowa, well, what I experienced in Iowa is that they would still keep my kids at the grade level that they are and not the learning level, so they can be able to concept all the information. So our first year here, bitch, was rough. Mind you, it was virtual. So my kids are really interaction kids. They love being in front of people. They love being around people, especially my middle son. I felt for my little Scorpio, y'all, because he really loves people. He loves being around people. So when we had to do virtual, he was like, I can't, no ma'am. Where's the people at? So I had to explain to him. He was coming into 2nd grade and I had a 7th grader. So it was kind of, it was an adjustment. I'm gonna say that, because bitch, I ain't no motherfucking teacher. Like I'm not, bitch, I don't have a teacher degree. So bitch, applaud these motherfucking teachers, y'all, because bitch, I thought I had to put on my motherfucking Dora Explorer backpack, bitch, and fucking get into these motherfucking classes with them, because the shit that Arizona was dishing out, bitch, I don't know what when the fuck we do that? Okay, bitch. I have to put teacher on my motherfucking resume, bitch, because they had me up in here really fucking teacher, bitch. So I really applaud that, because baby, virtual was tough for me too, bitch. I felt like I need to go back to motherfucking school at that point when we was doing it. But I did like the fact that they did offer, when COVID slowed down a little bit, coming into the school district, that the kids can come in for extra help if they need extra help. Bitch, at that point, I wanted to put my motherfucking book bag on, bitch, and going for the extra help too. Cause bitch, y'all dishing out, bitch. I need to go back to relearn this shit. So they helped out a lot with my kids, able to go, I think it was like twice a week or something like that, for extra help if they needed it, because everybody wasn't doing that. Mind you, you had the risk about COVID, so I would just make sure that my kids was social distancing, make sure they had their mask on. We was masked up, so we was good. So I like that they had that extra help. I do know coming into the school district too, as well, is they're willing to help. We were welcomed with open arms coming into the Buckeye School District, which I loved. They knew it was a new family. They knew we didn't know the area. They knew we didn't know the surrounding everything. We're just coming in, we're new to everything. And they made the process of from reevaluating my kids' IEPs to knowing they signed up for different activities and things of that. So it was nice. It was real nice coming into it. Virtually, like I said, fucking sucked. They still had school Monday through Friday. They was there from 8 to 3, having 2 kids in the house under Wi-Fi, trying to do school. You're bouncing from kid to kid, bitch. Was hard. That's why I said, bitch, I am not no fucking teacher. Like, y'all need to come get these kids, put back in school, bitch, because we all gonna be in that motherfucker waiting on y'all to come help us. So once they were able to go, I think when their school first started in August, because they go back in August here. They go back the first week in August, and then they get out the end of May, which is nice. My kids actually like that better. The different schools range up, and I do like the fact that these schools go from kindergarten to 8th grade. So bitch, you're not driving to like 3 different fucking schools. I know in Iowa right now, I'll be driving to 2 motherfucking schools right now for both of my kids. Literally, I would have one kid at one school and the other one at the other one. I love that. Like literally all the schools I know, they've been going from K to 8th. I did find a motherfucking school that go from K to motherfucking 12 in Chandler. So I'm like, okay, Arizona, y'all doing y'all shit, baby. Talk y'all shit. So it's kind of nice to have your siblings, your kids together. It was nice. Especially both of them being new to the district. I really didn't want to split them up, so I'm happy that they were offered to be able to attend the same school. But I want to say the beginning from August to like March, they was virtual. So bitch, we was struggling. But from April to May, or maybe I think it was from maybe it's from August to February. I know it was like I think it was from August to February. And then from March to May, they did in person. Yeah, the numbers would skyrocket and stuff like that, but I just made sure my kids had hand sanitizer, washing their hands, and had their mask on their face because they wanted to go back in person. And bitch, I wasn't no teacher, bitch. We was all failing, fucking with me, okay? So I'd rather have them in school and have them get the help that they need, or as well as I can communicate with the teacher to figure out what she was expecting of them for their assignments and stuff like that. I will say too as well, Arizona, like I said, they give you the material at the grade level that your kid's in. They just modify the work, which I feel like, yes, that's good and bad. Like I said before, is good because they're on the grade level they're supposed to. Is bad because if your kids are not learning that material from the previous school or school district, they're going to struggle like my kids did. And I'm not no shame to say that they were struggling. But now they're adjusted. Now they're good. Now we're cruising and we're doing what we got to do. I do want to say that they have sports. Your kids can join sports in the districts here early. I think 5th grade they can, which was nice. I know that when my oldest goes to high school next year and my youngest, now I'll have to go to 2 different schools, but literally bitch, the elementary and the fucking high school bitch is around the corner. So bitch, I ain't gotta drive that far, especially with gas but fucking $300 million a fucking gallon, bitch. I'm happy I ain't gotta drive that motherfucking far. So I'm happy they're separate times for them starting school and shit like that. Like in Buckeye they were starting school at 8. No, don't quote me. I think 8:30. I think they were starting at 8:30. They was getting out at like 3:15 or something like that. I know the high schools, they start earlier. Obviously, they started like 7:30 and they end out at like 2:30, something like that. And then Wednesdays they get out early, which is nice. They have a half a day. I think a lot of more school districts now are letting the kids get out early. But bitch, what was this energy when we was in school, y'all? Bitch, we didn't get out early. The fuck? What the fuck is a Wednesday? When my kids get out on Wednesday early as hell, I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Wait a minute. We was in that bitch for 3 o'clock. What the hell y'all doing home so early? Like, come on, y'all can reciprocate that some motherfucking energy when I was in motherfucking school. Bitch, I would love to get out at 1 o'clock. Why the fuck? What the fuck? Like, y'all, come on, I know I'm not the only fucking parent that feel like that. Like, y'all, the motherfucking kids is out of school more than they in, bitch, if you ask me. These motherfucking kids be out, baby. I'm hearing they want to switch it to a 4-day school week. No, bitch, we're going to do Monday through Friday like we've been doing. And off on the fucking holidays. Like, y'all doing too fucking much now. By the time my fucking 2-year-old get into school, he only going to be going to school 4 days a week. I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, the motherfucker out more than he in. Like, come on out. Let's get it together. But yeah, they need to get that. That's the only thing I can say about the school district, bitch. But now all the school districts are doing it. They letting them leave early and shit like that. So, y'all, it's a process. What else about the school district? Virtually, like I said, I didn't like that shit. I hated that shit. Now that they're with the school district we're in now, my kids are in person. Yes, COVID is still here, bitch. It's still rising, shit like that. But like I said, mask up, do what they got to do. And they love it. My kids have adjusted really well to the school district. I left Buckeye School District and now they're in the new school district, and they were worried about making friends and shit like that. And I'm like, y'all gonna make friends because y'all new. The motherfuckers love new people, so y'all be fine. And they adjusted really well to the school district. They don't want me to move now, but I told them I'm looking for a house. So they're like, oh, make sure you stay in the district. I'm gonna try to stay in the district as much as I can. That's one thing about the district living in Arizona. It's like they have like 5 or 6 different schools your kids can attend in the area. If they don't want to attend their home-based school, let's just say you go to the home-based school and you're like, bitch, nah, this ain't gonna work for us. You have like 6 other fucking schools to choose from. And you can actually, as long as it's open enrollment, you can enroll your kids to that school. Only thing you have to worry about is transportation. That's the only fucking thing. The bus system out here, bitch, sucks, okay? Literally, my kids have the bus, but, bitch, they haven't used the fucking bus because every other day, bitch, they're canceling. Because it's bad too. The bus system is just fucked up. I don't think they have enough drivers, whatever the case may be. They need to invest in something because I've been having to take my kids to school this whole school year, which is fine. We live 4 minutes away, so I'm good with that. We're in the district. But yeah, if you don't like the home school district that your kids are attending, they do have the motherfucking option to where you can put them in other school districts. You just got to worry about the transportation. And you have to do it around open enrollment. That's what I did learn, which I like. So, bitch, they lucky I like the school they in because, bitch, if I didn't, I would have been transferring. That goes for all the schools, even the ones in Buckeye. My kids have adjusted really well to them. So, I really do like the school districts. I like the open communications the teachers have. I like that they keep the parents really informed with everything that's going on with the schools, which I wouldn't do that. I was talking to my sister the other day, and both of our kids graduate 8th grade, which, bitch, I'm gonna be a mess. My son graduates 8th grade this year. And she told me that they're not having a graduation for the kids. And I'm like, what? The fuck? No, I at least had one. They gave my old ass one. So I was happy that in a way my kid would not attend the Iowa, my kid's not in Iowa because he gets to have a graduation at this school. So I'm really pleased about that. But yeah, the school district, I'm pleased with it. A lot of people I've heard don't like this Arizona school district, but I feel like as long as you advocate for your kid, I advocate for my kids any fucking school they get in, so I really don't give a fuck. But I feel like any fucking school you advocate for your kid, you'll get the fucking outcome you're supposed to get. And that's really what parents need to start doing, is advocating for their fucking kids and making sure that they are getting the full potential of the school district as well as the support from the school districts, especially if your kids have IEPs like mine do. Bitch, I'm a motherfucking advocate, bitch. I goes over and beyond my motherfucking part. I know these motherfucking people sick of me. Bitch, I stay on their phone. Hello? What the fuck going on with my children? Okay, bitch? I'll call a motherfucking IEP meeting in a fucking heart. What? You say he can't do what? Let's put a motherfucking meeting. I'm that type of parent. So, I mean, as long as you advocate for your kids in these school districts, I'm pretty sure you'll get the outcome that you want. My kids love the school. I don't see myself moving outside the district because they like the school district they in now. They really like Buckeye, though. My son tells me all the time, Mom, I want to go back to Buckeye. Buckeye too far, baby. We can't be out there. So, I'm happy that they're adjusting like they're supposed to. They'll be in 4th grade and 9th grade next year, which I'm excited for. And I have a graduation this year, so I'm excited, y'all. So, I mean, virtually and being a motherfucking teacher, bitch, and in person, bitch, my life makes more sense now because my kids are in school now, physically, and they're able to interact with kids and stuff like that. Arizona doesn't have a mask mandate. When they did go back in person, a lot of kids they don't have a mask mandate, so the kids didn't have to wear masks. Bitch, mine did. I sent my kids, they wore their masks, they had the hand sanitizer, they stayed 6 feet, and they washed their fucking hands. It's crazy because most of my kids as teachers, all of them had masks on. Like, I don't understand, but I feel like if you're gonna get all these people back in a big ass group, they should all have masks. Like, it should have been enforced or whatever, but they didn't. And I want to say when we first started this school district, my middle son was out a lot for COVID exposures. Knock on wood, he never caught it, which is good. I don't know how the fuck he didn't, but he didn't. But every other week, this man was out of fucking school. And what the fuck? So he constantly was being out of school because of exposures, and the exposures would last 10 days or whatever. But that man, my middle son, he never, thank God, he's been safe this whole time. He just was mad because he always had to step out of school and always had to miss school because he always had exposures in his classroom. So that's another thing. Even though he wore his mask, he washed his hands, he was still exposed. He still had to sit out the 10 days when they had the 10-day rule or whatever. And then he had to test before he went back to school, and every fucking test, I promise you, that man passed. That man didn't have no antigens or nothing. So I went ahead and, you know, that was the only thing that I had. Thank God I worked from home. So when he had to sit out, I was home. So we didn't have an issue with that, which was good. But that shit was blowing me at first. Like, I kept telling his teacher, like, we're gonna have to relocate the classroom because he's always out. This man stays out more than he stays in. Making sense. So once that got under control and the numbers start going down or whatever like that, like, yeah, they have exposures, but not as bad as it was when we first started the school year. So that was good. So my baby was happy that he was able to stay in school more, and he enjoyed himself. He loves his school. He tells me all the time he can't wait to go back. Like, I'm happy that they like the school district that they're in, and I'm pleased with it. So if you're thinking about Arizona school district, y'all do your own research as far as like finding the school, whatever district. When you're whatever district you're in, just do the research on all the schools. Like for high school, my son can choose they had open house for all the high schools, but he ended up going to his home school. So home-based school, so we didn't have to worry, that was in district, so we didn't have to worry about checking out any other high schools. But I wish they would offer that shit to me, where, bitch, I can choose what high school I want to go to, long as it was in district and shit like that, and my mama just had to pay for transportation. Bitch, I would have been switched to another fucking school. But they didn't have that for us. So I'm happy they have more opportunity as far as like for the schools. Like I said, if you don't like the motherfucking homeschool your baby going to, bitch, transfer their ass out. The high school, transfer their ass out. So I'm gonna give this high school that my son's gonna attend a chance to see what happens. Hopefully, you know, he likes it, I like it, and it's a good fit for us. So y'all, without that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this motherfucking video. We talked about the school district, talked about how my kids adjusted to virtual learning to in-person. They like in-person better, obviously any kid would. If you make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, welcome to the motherfucking family. If you guys have any comments, make sure y'all comment below. Let me know. Let's start interacting. Let's start interacting, asking questions and shit like that. Bitch, I don't bite. I promise. I'll let y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all have a good one.